Hello and welcome to Lesson 92, Expanded Notation with Exponents, Order of Operations with Exponents, and Powers of Fractions. We're going to cover an awful lot today, so here we go. When we talk about expanded notation, one of the things that we have to realize is when we use exponents, instead of writing, let's say, 6 times 1,000. 6 times 1,000, which we know is 6,000, we in this case would write 6 times 10 to the third. 6 times 10 to the third, because that is thousands. Okay, that is thousands. So I had to look at my chart. If you want to look at the chart, it's on the bottom of page 497. Look at the chart now. See it? Good, you've looked at the chart. That whole chart, 6 times 10 to the third. It doesn't do too much until you get into really, really, really big numbers. If I did 7 times 1,000,000. Okay, that's a weird looking zero. That's an awful lot of zeros. Instead, we can just do 7 times 10 to the sixth. Okay, now how do you come up with these exponential numbers with this 3 and this 6? I'll give you a clue. It has to do with the number of zeros that are there. How many zeros are in 1,000? Well, that's pretty easy. It's 3. How many zeros are in 1,000,000? 6. Rocket science. Let's go on to part 2, order of operations with exponents. Now, so far we've done order of operations with, we do multiplication, division, and then addition and subtraction. On page 480 in your book is another little chart that shows you. We're going to work on currently letter C, which is, that's on page 481. Letter C really shows us how this works. That's 10 plus 2 cubed times 3 minus, that's a long one here. Is it 7 plus 2 minus the square root of 9? And that's exactly what we have to do, or divided by the square root of 9. Long thing, but let's remember. Order of operations, when we work with exponents, we start there first. So, first thing we do is we find the exponent, which here is 2 to the third. So that's 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. So let's rewrite this as 10 plus 8 times 3 minus, now let's do the parentheses here. What's 7 plus 2 minus 9 divided by, what's the square root of 3? We should do the square root, I told you, the square root of 9 is 3, divided by 3. Now we're not done yet. We still don't go straight across. Don't go straight across. Because whenever you see multiplication and division, you do those next. So, what's 8 times 3 is 24. Minus, what's 9 divided by 3? 3. So now we go straight across, and then our answer becomes 31. Because it's 10 plus 24 minus 3. The answer is 31, which of course our book tells us is correct. The next thing that we're going to work on is powers of fractions. Okay? Powers of fractions. Two-thirds. Now, let's not do cubed. Let's just do squared. 2/3 squared. Oh, what do you do there? What do you do when you see anything that's squared? You multiply it by itself. So 2/3 is equal to 2/3 squared is equal to 2/3 times 2/3, which gives us 2 times 2 is, don't say 6, it's 4. 3 times 3 is 9. So 2/3 squared is 4 over 9. That's really all you have to do when you're doing exponents and powers of fractions. You just write them out. Folks, the thing to remember here is, again, it's all about simplicity. This is lesson 92, numbers 1 through 30. Let's check real quick and see. There is an early finishers. It's worth 3 today. Thank you.